Oh my, this is becoming painful. Yeah, this is the third time I'm trying to do this little segment. Yeah, I'm going to go rabbit hunting. I'm taking my puppy Bella. I'm going to take a walk down to the lake and see what it looks like for sign in the back of the property. I should say not the back, but the kind of the back western corner of the property. Probably where we're ever going to go, we'll probably do about a third of the property. Just have a little look-see. Looking for some deer sign, looking for a place back there, maybe a little cabin, and trying to see what the ice is like in the lake, see if it's safe enough to go and do a little bit of ice fishing. I'm in the garage right now. I'll bring my little 22, my little Henry survival rifle. I don't know if I'll see anything, but if I do, bonus. If I don't, well, that's okay too. But you know what? If I see something and I don't get the chance to shoot it, I'm okay with that. Because, you know what? It's all about getting out there, enjoying it. I know my little puppy is going to sure enjoy the running around. So he's always like that. Okay, let's get off and see what we can find. Yeah, I guess I didn't get any of that last one. Of course, I pushed the button and it didn't record. Anyways, I was just talking about here. I got my open the fence. I cut my fence here one time. We don't have the cows anymore, so we don't have to worry about the animals getting out. And I can see where the deer have been coming through here. A good little trail, deer run coming through here. Anyways, probably would have been a good place to sit. Unfortunately, deer closed about a week ago here. Yeah, archery had closed up, and I had went to on the other side of the highway, which is 42, and you know what, we really, after hunting for 2 weeks, I kind of got tired of it, and we don't need the meat that bad. As much as I enjoy eating it, we one of the guys did get one, so we got to share between 4 guys, so we got a little bit of meat each, and made some sausages, and it was pretty good. Anyways, let's continue on. I got another little field over there on the other side, and let's see what we see over there just for sign. Hopefully my puppy doesn't run around too much and chase all the rabbits away if there is happen to be any in the area. Yeah, you can definitely see where the trail goes through the grass here. It's a pretty good one. Pretty well established. Goes this way. Kind of a little bit of a wet hole here, but the deer don't seem to mind to walk through the water. Yeah, we'll try to. Oh, looks like it splits off and goes a little bit over here too. So, anyways, a couple of different areas that the deer seem to be going into, navigating. It's kind of nice back here. Never did do anything back with this back little field. I always intended on coming back here and doing it for hay when I had the cows, but yeah, when you're a one-man operation, me and the wife alone, it's pretty hard to get everything done. So we had to kind of give things up. Anyways, don't have the cows anymore, like I said, and it's one of the things that I do miss. Calving season was always really special for us. Always nice to see the new ones born. Anyways, let's continue on and let's see what else we can see. We'll try to follow this trail somewhat. Yeah, here's continuing on. Here's the deer trail. Just kind of walking this edge of it, the field, right? Hard to believe I had brush hogged all this here a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, I kind of haven't got back here for a few years. After the COVID vaccine kind of hurt a little bit. Hurt me. I was kind of disabled for a few years almost. Anyways, kind of really slowed me down. Was able to get out a little bit, but I wasn't able to do the things I used to do. Anyways, hopefully that's all said and done, and we can get better. And I can get out here and do a little bit of walking around and a little bit of exploring. Kind of like this area. Not much to see back here. Again, that's the edge of it, the edge of my property. You know, got 125 acres, so it's a good little chunk. But as you can see, we're originally there was a little bit of a field or pasture back here, and it was stopped at the tree line. There used to be an old fence here years and years and years ago, when the original homesteaders were here, I guess. Anyways, let's continue on. Let's see if we can make it towards the lake. Yeah, just as I thought, my crazy puppy there, running around like a silly all the way down there. So any thoughts of getting a rabbit? If I better put that thought away for another day.
Anyways, that's good. I'm glad to see her out there and enjoying herself. Bella, come on. Come on, my girl. Come on, my pup. Come and see me. Bella, Bella. Oh, she's a stubborn one sometimes. Gets on something, and you got to keep close tabs of her. You don't want to lose her. So, what I do have here, oh, there she is. There's my silly girl. Yeah. Here she comes. Here she comes. I got a little thing here to give her a little tone. Okay? I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, sit. Sit, my girl. Sit. Yeah, a little bit there. Oh, she's all out of breath. Yeah. Yeah, and she's pretty good to come back to that tone. We trained her on that when she was a wee pup. That's the one. It's a little puppy I found on the side of the highway. Somebody had abandoned her when she was a young one, and she, or I should say, she found me. You know, and said I was going to bring her home with me. I couldn't do anything else, and we're going to keep her. That's all. That was the only decision I had to make. Bringing her home was not a really decision. She had to come off the highway because somebody would have hit her. But us keeping her, I mean, didn't really know where the owners were, where it was. When they had abandoned her, they had left their food dishes there. She had a couple of toys there, a big bag of food. Everything was in the ditch, like, of all the places to put the poor pup. So anyways, she came home with us, and she's been part of our life ever since. It's she's been a good dog, and she's pretty obedient, and I gotta say, she's pretty smart. You know, so I had no regrets at all. No regrets at all. Yeah, here's one of the trails comes to the, I guess, the outlet of the lake. We're gonna try to walk down there and see what it looks like. What the ice looks like. I don't think it's gonna be very good. Anyways, this one here, the trail's been used for a bit. One of the young fellows next door, he does some deer hunting back here. This is he's got permission to hunt this side. This is I guess you're just about, this is the between the two properties, between my property and Little's property. So exactly where the property line is, I'm not 100% sure, but you know, I suspect that this has been an established access to the lake from years and years and years ago. Anyways, it's been here as long as I've been here, and which is probably about 15 years. And I remember there was a little boat back down here that somebody would come and use sometimes in the summer, go do a little fishing. So it connects with the main road all the way through. Pretty much a straight line when you get back there. Here it's not the straight, but it is what it is. It's a nice little trail, nice little place for somebody to get away, do a little fishing. I've seen being in the lake, coming down this far with my boat. I've seen deer, and actually you can see where, I don't know if you can spot it, but there's a lot of deer tracks for even right here. You can see where they've been in the last few days. You know, punching through the snow, and Lord knows what how well they're doing, but it's nice to see. I don't know if you've ever seen up close to the deer, where I sit in my stand, I get, oh, there goes a hare right there. I don't know if you can see him bouncing. So, okay, I'm going to shut this off. Well, that was one hare I seen. Yeah, I didn't get a shot at it, unfortunately, but it's probably good for the hare. Maybe not so good for me. That's okay. Maybe we'll see a few more. I was surprised. I thought with my puppy running around like a silly, she'd have chased everything away, but obviously not. Oh, looks like they had to do a little bit of work here. Oh, there's a few boats here now. Somebody's got a few kayaks plus a, oh, that must be a little punt there that Brady had purchased, right? I'm thinking that's what he's using. That's one of the ones I almost drowned when I fell out of it 2 years ago when I was up at a lake. Yeah, it wasn't very fun. It wasn't very fun. I was back a few miles back in the bush and into a little lake all by myself, and I don't know, I didn't clamp the seat down very good, and it was raining like 10, and when the water shifted, over I went, fishing rod and everything, and brand new fishing rod. That was the most disappointing part. When you're kind of floating in the middle of the lake wondering what the heck happened, wow, it happened so fast. You know what? My wife had told me before I went, she says, make sure you wear your life jacket, and fortunately, I had it on. I listened to her. I'm not one to listen all that much, but good Lord, I swear that saved my life. Being in the middle of the lake. Anyways, it's pretty slippy, my girl. Don't you'll be falling. Anyways, again, this is the outlet of the lake. Unfortunately, my display goes off too quick. What I got to do is I've got to set the display in the back to stay on a little bit longer because I'm not sure if it's still recording. Come on, my girl, you're gonna fall in over there. I can see some open water over there. You get close to that, you're gonna get pretty wet, my girl. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue on down to the main part of the lake. Somehow trying to negotiate through the bush here. She's a little bit thicker, but not too bad. She's once I start to go off to this side of the trail over here, I'm back on my property, so I know that for sure. Anyways, I'll go over and we'll see if we can get the picture of the main part of the lake and see what it looks like. Maybe I will. I might test the ice a little bit and right close to the shore because I know it's not very deep there. And if something were to happen, worst case scenario, I'd probably might go up and get wet up to my knees or a little bit deeper. Not much more than that. Anyways, come on, my girl. Let's go. Okay, we'll continue on. There. A little breath. I moved the couple of kayaks off the trail here because I know people come through here in the winter with their snowmobile and wouldn't be very good for these guys' kayaks here. Anyways, hopefully they're in a good spot and they'll last the winter without being damaged. Anyways, my good deed for today. Let's continue on. Let's see what else we can see in the bush. Well, there goes another hare. Yeah, my little puppy put it up. Of course, me being not expecting it, and that it didn't stop for me to. I guess the dog got a little excited. Hey, nice little spot down there, little ravine. That's where the hare come out of. Come right up top. Of course, the puppy was down below. Anyways, let's continue on again and closer. It's nice. That's 2 hares I've seen so far. What's the difference between a hare and a rabbit? They're not really rabbits or hares. I think the only difference that I know of is they turn white in the winter when I guess the daylight hours start to get shorter. The hares turn white. Good camouflage for them. Fortunately, we had a little bit of rain, so they do stand out a little bit better right now. But there's enough snow still in the bush, so if there's something over there, I'd probably likely never see it unless it moved. Anyways, that's just one of the hazards, not the hazards, but one of the hardships of trying to hunt these little animals. Anyways, good for the hare to get away. I'm not that big of a hunter, so if I see one and I happen to get one, it's a bonus. But if I don't, then you know what? I've seen them, and I'm happy with that. Here we are, almost back to the lake again. Still part of the narrow part. You see some wet holes there. Yeah, wouldn't be too brave there, but along the shoreline maybe. Just kind of look at these branches here. I can see that one right there. You can see where it's been nipped off by probably a deer or a moose. Anyways, yeah, I think I'll try. I'll go down below. Make it a little bit easier walking on the old man. Yeah, I just got to keep an eye on my puppy. She doesn't run out there and fall through some crazy place. That'd be very hard to get her. Coming up a hill. One of the bad things when you're coming up a hill, if I did see something, I wouldn't be able to shoot at it because it's at the horizon. I know there's enough trees there in a way that odds are it would never travel very far, but if it ever did, it could make it out. It could make it all the way to the highway, and that might not be very good for sure. So the best thing is if you're hunting and you're coming up a hill like this, don't do the shot. Just don't take it. Do the smart thing, and because it'll come around again. Hey, we're coming down a little knoll here. Kind of thought this was my winter trail, but I see it's not. I'm still a little ways off. Oh my goodness, pretty hilly, eh? Seems like as soon as you go up one hill, down the other side, you're looking at the other side and you think, oh my God, there's another hill right there. Now it's kind of nice country though, because it's fairly open, pretty open. Not a lot of birch trees left. There's happened to be one right there, but somehow I guess some bit of a bite come through and kill a lot of them. And same with the oaks. The oaks, they lost a lot of oaks. Or I should say, I lost a lot of oaks. So on my farm. Bella, what you do? You silly. Oh, that's a girl. She ran right into a stick. Silly puppy. Anyways, that's what happens high strung. Sometimes they don't think, as long as they don't hurt themselves. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Oh, my battery's almost dead here. I'll have to see if I got it on. Kind of walking through here and I'm thinking, like, jeepers, I had a trail in here. I could drive a quad. Can't really tell. You can see where the trees had fallen down. Then all of a sudden you look and say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm on the trail. There's one of the trees that I had cut for myself to get through. There's another half there. So definitely should be popping out right at my tree stand that I do deer hunt out of coming up. I'm going to try to include a little bit of footage at the end of this of a couple of does that I did see while I was hunting. I didn't have a tag, but you know what? It was nice to be able to see him anyways. Okay, let's continue on from here. I'll change the battery. Yeah, I think I just learned how to change the display to the front. That's pretty cool. Anyways, kind of why I bought the camera, like so I could do that. I can actually see when if I'm coming the other way or coming down the trail, and if I'm trying to shoot myself in the picture, I can see. Yeah, actually I am in the frame, right? That's it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, got that, and I got my little remote here on my sleeve, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to just shut you off for now, and then I changed you to a different little mount, different stick, and we'll see what else we can see. We'll continue on. I don't know, don't think we'll see any more rabbits, but I didn't think I'd see any big ones, so that was a bit of a bonus to see them too. Yeah, I'm just looking at that. Note to self, I'll have to come with the chainsaw. This is my other trail. It goes down to the lake from the food plot area. This is we call it the food plot area right here. Oh, there's my puppy staring at me. I got a couple of cameras over there in that tree, a big pine tree in the middle. One's a spy point, and it sends me pictures. It works decently well. You know, you're supposed to be able to request high definition pictures, and I've requested a few from them, and you never get anything. So I hate to say that, you know, as good as the cameras are, if the company doesn't want to back up what they're selling you, it's maybe not the best thing. I'm not going to say it's the worst one out there, but so far, you know, the jury's out on it. I don't know if I would buy another one. And you know what? Then I read up on the Moultries. I hear that they got problems too. I guess maybe the luck of the draw. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Anyways, continue on here. Just want to show you where my my little stand is. That's where I generally sit in the summer, or not in the summer. Excuse me. Well, I actually sat in there summertime, sometimes with the camera, trying to get a picture of some deer or whatever. But I'll sit there, and that's my hunting stand. I sit there, and then I'll put a couple of a video or maybe or two in the back end of this here little video that I'm shooting today, and with a couple of pictures of some of the couple of does I did see. I didn't have a tag for a doe, so we couldn't shoot any. Look there's my puppy eating the pumpkin we put out. Come on, my girl, let's go. We're gonna go to the lake. Let's go to the lake. Okay, so let's continue on. Come on, girl, let's go. Here we are at the bigger part of the lake. Yeah, this is where my dock is here, my boat. Where we were was way on the other side. Anyways, I'm just going to shut this off because I'm going to shake like heck walking down because I'm an old man, but we'll go down and we'll have a look at the lake a little bit better. Yeah, well, last time I was here, I brought a bar with me, and I had hit the ice. I can't find my darn ice chisel, but I'll have to make a new one or something. Or about an old scaling bar, something we use in the mines, and I was able to punch through. It was about an inch of ice. It looks like it's a little bit thicker. I think that rain come and that melted a little bit of snow, and it made all that white ice. You can see it's kind of pebbled, so that's the indication that there's snow that was in there. It's kind of in the ice. So it doesn't make it the strongest ice, but probably I could probably walk on that a little bit. I'd still be a little bit leery. I'm not the bravest guy. I went through the ice once in my life, and you know what? I found out that water's pretty cold under there, and I don't want to do it again. And it was something that was pretty innocent. There was an overhanging tree, you know, that I had dropped. That I dropped it on the ice, and so I had to go. I was going to buck it up, and it was a fairly big one. And of course, I cut it, and down I come, and sure, I'm standing right beside it, right, and breaks through the ice, and down I go to chainsaw and everything. I was able to flip the chainsaw up on shore and hop out pretty quick because, you know, it might have only been about, I'll say, maybe 3 feet deep. It wasn't very deep, but anyways, it doesn't matter how deep it is, it's cold. This lake is not that deep, you know. I think probably about maybe 8-9 feet at the deepest. You know what? There's still plenty enough water that you can drown in it if you're not careful. You have to be very smart when you come. Anyways, I just kind of pan around the lake a little bit just so you can see what it looks like. Again, this is this is my backyard pretty much. I can't really see this from the house, but it's not that far away, and I do intend eventually to put a little trailer out here, or build a little some kind of a little shack that I could come and maybe do a little bit ice fishing in wintertime and stay warm in, where I can just kind of see my lines from. Anyways, that's it for now. Whoops, look at that clumsy old guy. Yeah, feeling a little thicker in here. A little bit of a swamp, a little bit of swale. This is one of the north corners of my field that we're just off of. A little bit of pitch. I know the deer come through here lots. I can see the sign. We do have a tree stand over in that pine tree over there. Haven't used that probably in about 6-7 years. I'm just getting too old to be climbing them trees. I guess maybe this spring I'll end up coming and I'll pull it out of there, take the ladder stand off too. Makes no sense leaving there if I'm not going to use it. And maybe one of my boys will use it someplace else. Anyways, let's I should have heard this one a few times already. Let's continue on and see what we also see. One of the bad things is with this ASCO camera, the ASCO Mp4 Pro. I'm just finding out right now, I guess because it's getting colder, that the electronics are starting to act a little funky on this. Trying to switch it to the front display, and I did it a few times already when the camera was cold. I mean, before it got cold, and now it's doesn't want to do it. Anyways, hopefully I'm in frame. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to go up to the field, go check my apple trees, and hopefully the deer hasn't been eating them. I planted them, was it last year? And boy, oh boy, over last winter, they sure took a heck of a beating because the deer seem to like to eat them. I put a little bit of a fence around. Hopefully I made it big enough. I probably didn't, because I'm thinking now that I see the deer a little bit more close sometimes, that they can reach over and they're going to probably still eat the branches off it. Anyways, if that's the case, then I have to dress it again in the spring and see what else I can do, make it a little bit better. Here's one of the things that you find these old places. As you can see, I don't know how well you can see, but the years ago, they didn't have a garbage dump. So a lot of things just ended up in one spot in the bush. A little bit of junk around here. I don't know how many years ago it was put here. I can see an old bottle. It looks like Coleman fuel bottle from way back when. Way back when. Anyways, a little bit of oil, tubs, basins, pots, you name it, it's back here. It's kind of too bad there's even an old tire. I don't want to stay here too long because it's probably some broken glass. I don't want my pup to step on it and cut her foot. I can see bottles up there. Yeah, we're going to continue on and get back to the field. It's too bad back then days they didn't really have a good spot to put their garbage. They did the best they could. Probably should have been buried. But you know what? The sad part is living up here up north, the way they're doing the garbage nowadays, they're kind of putting people in the same predicament. They don't want to pick up a lot of stuff. And they just don't want you to produce any garbage. And I don't know about you guys, but you know, you can't buy anything that hasn't got excess packaging on. You know, and there's a reason for it. I understand it, but you know what I mean? It doesn't absolve them the fact that you know, you have to get rid of it. Anyways, this is one of the issues I don't like here. I should come and put tobacco on, dig a hole, and go through it and bury just to get rid of it. It would probably be the smart thing to do. Anyways, here we are back in the field. That's where the tree stand was, or a little, yeah, not the stands. Yeah, so much like a hunting stand that I had. We were over in that little food plot. This is my fenced area. We just come through. Goes down towards the lake, kind of, sort of, a little bit swampy down there. But that's where I had the one tree stand back in there. I was telling you that I have to take out of there. Anyways, we're gonna go up here. What a year it was for apples. So I'm gonna go check my apple trees and see what the heck, what they're looking at. And maybe if there's a few dead limbs, I might be able to take them and then You know what? Use that for smoking meat or fish or something. Anyways, yeah, here's one of my apple trees. Let's have a look and see if anything's been nipping the branches. Doesn't look like it. Looks like so far it's gotten off. I tried to do a graft last spring. I can see there's 2 grafts on it from another apple tree to help it along, and neither one took, unfortunately. But there used to be, it was nice last year when fall hit. Like I say, then the deer come and they just chowed down pretty good on her, and I don't blame them. You know what? They got to eat too, right? There's another one of my apple trees right there. That one produced very, very well this year, and the apples are actually humongous and very good eating. Very good eating. This one here normally produces a lot of small apples. This year it produced a lot of apples, and they were about half the size of the other tree, but they were very nice eating. Did they ever get sweetened after the frost hit them? Reddened right up, and boy, were they ever good. Anyways, doesn't look too bad for the worse for the wear. Normally the bears will come in there, they'll climb them, and they'll break it up pretty good, bust some of the branches off. But this year, looks like I think the bears had enough to eat elsewhere, and they just didn't bother with it, which is a bonus. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but I don't think got anything. Anyways, you can see a couple of grafts I did. Doesn't look like the deer touched this one. It's seems like it's fared out so far so good. Maybe a little later on when the snow flies, then the deer might be a little bit more in tune or more inclined to come and chew on it. And which, you know what, they got to eat too. I get it. But just like heck, hate like heck to lose my trees. That one there did very well this year. Produced a lot of big apples. They were very, very good. Very, very good. The other tree I got over here, this one here, normally it's got, it was kind of wild. It produced a lot of apples, but last couple of years, the bears got it and climbed up and they broke it down pretty good. This year, the bears didn't touch it at all, so which surprised me because there was a lot of apples. A lot of apples in it. They must have had enough feed elsewhere. I got a couple more on the other side, but you know, we'll have a look at them on another day. Anyways, that's about a third of my property we walked. I don't know if you've seen very much, but it is kind of a nice walk. Not that hard, not that difficult. But my puppy sure likes to go do a little run around. I did see 2 rabbits. I think hopefully I got a video of one of them that was taken off. It's pretty kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see because they're not very big animal, and you really have to be keened in. And you know what? I'm not that good on these little cameras because otherwise I had to probably try to zoom in, but I didn't. So we're gonna head back to the house now and probably go in there, have a nice big glass of water, and then I'll download these and see what I got on this. And if it's any good, you'll see it on YouTube. If it's no good, then I guess you'll never see it at all. Anyways, I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and until next time.